I think anywhere where a single source of truth is useful to an ecosystem, there is at least a theoretical application for DLT or blockchain. Some of the gum that's in the machine for the industry with the replication and duplication of tasks, of sending messages, of validating those messages, of receiving something back, of making sure that that something back is correct, of the multiple reconciliation points where things can break and things can go wrong, and indeed it just creates a time lag, particularly if you're investing from west to east. And again, a blockchain can absolutely solve that. And it doesn't surprise me that the SGX, that's a market infrastructure, and also the HKEX, who's also a market infrastructure, announced that they're moving forward with their DLT solution. And so market infrastructures or those types of wholesale applications, for me, are the perfect place for them to sit, because then, as was mentioned before, without that network, without that ecosystem, then it doesn't matter how good it is, it's going to fail, right? And so market infrastructures for mine are the perfect place to start to address some of those challenges. But Denny, to answer your question, for sure, corporate actions where there's a single source of truth that everyone can see at the same time, perfect application. There are other ways to solve that problem as well. And as I mentioned before, we've had some success with XML over MQ, where we're providing transparency through that ecosystem with a level of data that's deeper and broader than what can be provided through existing traditional communication channels. So it's another way to solve the problem, of which generally in the industry there are more than one ways to solve a problem that's there. For us, what we're really trying to do is to make sure through the use of data and the use of alternate communication channels that our clients and their clients can see the relevant information in as close to real time as possible, in the least truncated way that we can get to occur. And if you think about being able to solve a challenge around asking a question, there are often 5 or 6 intermediaries that sit between an investor and their investment. And so you're reducing that intermediation lag just to finish the client service train of thought. If an investor asks an intermediary a question, who then has to ask another, who has to ask another, who has to ask another, that all takes time, particularly going from east to west, or from west to east. And then if that question isn't answered correctly, then you can see how the whole cycle prolificates and takes a lot of time and leads to dissatisfaction. So our goal, working very, very closely with clients, is to provide them with the data they need when they need it to stop that question being asked. So we're really trying to step in and stop the first question being asked by making sure that people can see all their transactions and an amount of information around those transactions when they need it.